Hey there, friends and family. The last video I posted was of us doing some Lake Erie walleye fishing on a charter. It was a Father's Day trip for me and my father and some friends. Tonight I have been requested by some of my clients to actually do some cooking videos. So instead of me out there hunting and fishing, tonight we're actually going to be cooking up some of that very walleye that we caught on that trip. So I'm going to show you how I like to make my walleye, and we're also going to throw some tater tots in there and just have a good little fish fry in the kitchen tonight. So you guys stay tuned, and I hope you like the video. Now that our fish is coated, I'm just going to, this is what it should look like afterwards. It's not perfect, but man, it looks like it's going to fry up really good. Cornstarch is great if you want something thin and simple just to put a little crisp coating. Something I'd like to talk to you guys about is one of my favorite things to do when I'm doing like tater tots or french fries. I like what I call oven frying. And oven frying is very simple. You're going to take some spray oil, whichever one you like. I go with the cheapest stuff usually. Here's some good old-fashioned vegetable oil. It's low in carbs, low in sugar. And I'm actually going to take my baking sheet. I've got the oven preheating up to about 425. And we're just going to spray this baking sheet down. Just going to give it a good coating. And what that's going to do is it's going to act like an oil base for our potatoes, our french fries. We're just using some, whatever we can get, whatever we think is going to taste good. I like some of the cheaper stuff only because of the fact I'm cooking it to suit my taste. I'm going to cook it to the way my wife likes it or my kids like it. And I don't have to have it preset. So I prefer it not to be seasoned, so I can season it myself. But after that, that's the pan's nice and oiled. We're just going to lay these out there. And we're going to start taking some seasoning. I told my wife I'd make some, and she likes the garlic herb flavoring. It's really tasty. It gives a nice little kick to whatever potatoes you're doing. Kinder's makes a really good garlic herb and butter and sea salt flavoring. Guys, if you're not into mixing your own seasonings, I do it from time to time, especially when I'm smoking meat or barbecuing. But there are some really good ones out there that are pre-made. I mean, these people started making money for a reason. Their flavors are pretty good. So we're just going to dump this on here and let it fall in love. And here's the secret. We're going to spray it back down a second time. That's going to let all that seasoning stick to it. And don't be afraid to really put some oil on there. Just go back and forth. We want it saturated enough to when it goes into an already preheated oven that it sticks and it fries as if it was actually in a deep fryer. I'm going to roll them around, spray them. I want all sides coated with seasoning and oil. And that's just going to give us the flavor that we're looking for. It's going to be yummy and tasty, and I have never had a complaint the way I cook these. I have people when they visit, I think you all know who I'm talking about, that absolutely love it when I cook the food. My wife is the baker, I am the cook, and the barbecue pit guy. So I love this part of the cooking process. So once those are in here, those are all well seasoned, coated with oil. I am just looking to see that my temperature has reached it has. So we're going to throw this off in the oven and let it begin to fry. I'm going to set our timer for about 20 minutes. Usually that's the length of time it takes for french fries or potatoes to cook properly in the oven. And like I said, I call this oven frying. Now, we have reached the stage where we're going to start cooking our fish. And I'm going to grab a basket here. I love these baskets. They're great for deep frying. You can use them in just about every application you want to. If you're big into noodles, these deep fry baskets are so good for noodles too. So we're going to take some regular vegetable oil, and we're going to just absolutely saturate this pan for about almost a ½ inch of depth. Because that's really all we need, because we're going to flip those over halfway through the process. I'm going to turn this on and get this temperature about, I want to put it on a medium flame, but what I'm looking for is a nice gentle fry. So I go about medium, between medium and medium high. So we'll get you caught back up as soon as our temperature gets up. Once again, I'm just going to show you. I took fish fillets and I basically just cut them up into like little 1-inch strips, and then we put some cornstarch and some seasoning in this bowl and just rolled them around until they're fully coated. You can see here in the light they are well covered, as far as we want a very thin and light coating on them, and that's why, so when our oil gets actually hot enough, we'll be able to just set them in there. I'm just going to set them in there, let them fry, and then flip them over after a period of time. We're going to cook these kind of like almost like a like frying grilled chicken in a pan. I'm also going to let you know, good idea, get you a pan out and then put you some paper towels in it, so that as you line those, when you set the fish on there, you can actually just let it, the grease drain off of it. Okay guys, now once your oil begins to, you can tell that the lines are moving in it. That means the oil is probably ready to fry. But we don't want it to get too hot, so what we're going to do is actually test it with just a little piece of fish. Just barely push a piece in there. If it starts bubbling, you are good to go. So we are getting good and bubbly here. Let me see if you guys can see this or not. But we're going to sit there and take a look. See how this just starts to bubble like this? So we're just going to lay our fish in there, just a few pieces at a time, because we want to control what's going on, okay? You don't want to crowd it. You're not in a rush. You're just going to let these little morsels just sit in there and add them slowly. There's no need to rush them in, because the slower you add them, the better the temperature gets to stay in the oil, and the thicker the pieces, kind of put towards the center where the flame's going to be under it more. I'm just going to add them in there nice and easy. I'm just going to lay them easy. I don't want the grease so hot that it splatters too much. And see, that's enough right now. We're going to have plenty, and what we're going to do is we're going to set this and let it do its thing. We're going to go ahead and line our pan up here. Okay. It doesn't take a whole lot. Just enough to actually kind of catch that grease when you put them in there. You're going to take your basket, you're just going to kind of move these fish around. Like I said, we're not looking for the batter dip effect. It's not going to look like something from Captain D's or Long John Silver's, whatever restaurant you're used to. We're looking for a light skin, a little browning. It should almost kind of look like a grilled chicken strip. And what we're looking for is that color coding change. Looking for that white to start showing through really good. We're going to flip these guys a little bit. Once you see they're starting to flake, you can tell that they're getting crispy around the edges. That is a sign that they're getting done. You want to roll them all at least once. You can use tongs if you like. I just like these baskets. These baskets, they're real gentle with the fish. You don't have to worry about squeezing anything. That way your fish doesn't break. You can start seeing these browning. So it's just getting a nice crisp around all the edges. The browning starting to show through, and you can see the idea is to keep it low enough temperature to where you're still maintaining control of the fry, but it is frying. And what you do, if you notice, you can actually see the seasonings. I don't want to burn the seasonings, but I do want to crisp them. And that's what we're looking for. It's a very simple, easy, a very nice, delicate way of cooking the fish. And after a little bit of time, you can actually kind of move them around a little bit more. You'll see little lines start to appear where the juices are flowing out of the fish. That tells you you're pretty much done. At this point, what we're doing is trying to let some of those juices escape. And whether it's going to slow and easy, you kind of just take them out. See when they're starting to split like this on the corner edge? That's telling you these are done. And that's it. That's all it takes. Just a nice little fish fry on your kitchen top. Delicate, but tasty. And it sounds like our tater tots are done too. So we pull these off first, and we'll turn that timer off. And we'll check and see how the potatoes look. I'm gonna grab my light here. Oh, yeah, they're looking pretty good. But I tell you what we're gonna do is instead of pulling them out, we're going to cut the oven off and turn the timer off. And we're literally just going to let them sit there. And they'll bake a little bit longer because I kind of cut them short. Now, let's go ahead and start putting the rest of our fish in. Like I said, I'm just going to go slow and easy. Keeping the same temperature on this skillet as long as we can. If any of you are curious where do you get one of these big giant skillets, this is a Cuisinart my wife got me last year for Christmas. Absolutely love these things. Great pans. If you're looking for Christmas ideas, hard to go wrong with Cuisinart pans. Cuisinart, if you're watching, drop me a like on my page there. I'd appreciate it. We're just going to set these gently down in the oil, let them slowly pan fry. See if we can't go ahead and squeeze the rest of these guys in here, because some of these are small. Like I said, we're not in a rush, so yeah. That's what I was talking about. We're going to waste some of this. We knew we were. That's why we're not worried about wasting it. It's not that big a deal. So for all you food police out there, I don't know, just deal with it. It's affordable waste. Okay. Now we are nice and gently just frying these other pieces up, and hopefully we will be ready to eat very soon. I'll have to call someone in and see if they want to do a taste test for me, but I guess you guys can hear my one dog. He's probably volunteering for it now. Alright, I'm going to let these fry up. I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, so we're back. We're still frying a little bit here. They're almost done, but we're going to go ahead and pull out our tater tots and see how they look. And we're just going to clear that off. Yeah. Oh yeah, see? Nice and crispy. They got a nice little crispy edge. Ooh, they're hard as hell though. But man, they taste good. So, I think these are about done. I'm going to start pulling them out. Oh yeah, they've turned flaky. So we're going to start pulling them out of the pan here. And what you guys are looking for as the fish gets done, you'll notice the edges right here. They start falling apart. They start getting real flaky. You can even see it here. And that's what you're really looking for. That's going to know that your fish, that's going to let you know that your fish is actually done. It has been completely cooked all the way through. You get this nice browning effect on it. It's really tasty that way. I'm just going to start scooping them out slow and easy. I'll flip that one, let it cook a little bit longer while I get some of those other ones out. Ooh, that one kind of fell apart. There's a nugget instead of a finger. It's you know, it's down south we used to have catfish nuggets all the time, deep fried catfish nuggets. They would have fish fries with big, you know, big gas burning deep fryers and a ton of catfish be chopped up into nuggets. And I thought, why can't we do something like that up here in Ohio? But it turned out the walleye actually tastes better, in my opinion, when they're pan fried than deep fried. So I came up with this concept with it, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to kind of do it like I would my chicken fingers when I make some seasoned chicken fingers to go on salads. And it turned out absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to bring you in real close here for a little chunk. And these are, I mean, they're nicely fried. You break them apart. Look at that nice, flaky, perfect. I mean, it is just so tender and juicy. I cannot wait. I'm going to mix me up a little sauce to go with them, and then I'll be ready to eat. We'll catch you in a minute. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to make a little sauce I like. It's just a creamy sriracha with some little bit of lime juice in it. I find it particularly yummy on these fish strips, kind of like a bang bang sauce only for fish. So we're going to start off with just a little bit of mayonnaise, a couple of spoonfuls of mayo in here. About 2 or 3 tablespoons is plenty. Okay, set this off to the side. And then we're going to take just a splash of lime juice. This is going to give it a little bit of a thinning. 1, 2, 3, about that. I usually count to about 3 or 4. I just kind of let it drip and splash once. And now we're going to take our sriracha. I do like a good sriracha. This is Sky Valley. It's a little different than I'm used to, but unfortunately with the way things have been going, I'm going to put about, I don't know, it looks about like 3 tablespoons. And that's about it. We might add a little bit of seasoning to it. But this makes a little bit of a spicy sauce that you just drizzle on the top of it. If you wanted to make bang bang sauce, just add you some Thai chili sauce. That's basically what it is. But I'm just looking for a little bit of a, just a little bit of a drizzle consistency there. Yeah, let's see here. Oh yeah, that's right where I want it. Not too hot, not too soft. And then we're going to take some of these and we will plate them up, and everybody can get a chance to see. It's a very simple, quick dinner, but man, it is tasty. Like, I love this. It's almost like a snack food. And a lot of people that have told me they like this recipe. It's simple to make. You can use it with just about any white fish. And if your fish is flaking apart, don't worry about it. The idea was to have basically fish nuggets. Or like little fish strips. So you actually, oh, there it went. Well, I want it a little soft. And then we're going to take some of these fried potato tots. I'm just going to drape them on there. It's an elegant meal for a not so elegant presentation. Something you would get at a wharf restaurant. But it tastes good. And that's really what counts. Plus, everything that I used here tonight is either sugar-free or reduced sugar and reduced sodium. So it's actually very healthy for you. So I'm going to get some of this sauce here. And we're just going to plate this sauce on top. We're just going to kind of drizzle all over these little nugget bites. I mean, this sauce is pretty good on just about everything, but I especially like it on the seafood. And you can do the same thing with shrimp, and it's actually very tasty. So there you guys. Hey, that's how it goes right there. I appreciate you watching. If you want to try the recipe, enjoy. If you want to leave me some comments about how you liked it, that's fine too. But this is one of my favorites, and I hope you guys get a chance to try it and enjoy it. Until next time, we'll see you on God Be Outdoors. And I appreciate your subscription. If you like the video, hit the bell and give me a like. Thanks a lot.